seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
From the gun, the ground game. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Back to the ground game on the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute show.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. And that's a live ball behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds the tight end. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They're going to ride this running back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Slams it ahead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The run from the shotgun. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's the end of the first quarter. USA 7, South Carolina 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Castellanos. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Wide out in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play. You knew it was going to be a pass. You cover everything short. But then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Here we go. Wants to throw on 3rd. Unloads it downfield. And he grabs it at the 15. Touchdown USC. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
South Carolina, 0.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Fires to the right. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field, stretch it vertically, and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Quarterback now breaking the field.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep.
Hey, listen, you get zone coverage and you can get that curl route and it comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Might as well stick with him. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the pummeling has started. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
On second down, looking again to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll pull it down. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's a mid-stride inside the 10. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that fourth down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the first down. He takes the ball down the field. Great.
Pulls it in the end end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He's looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. USC 24, South Carolina.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 15, set to advance on the football.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll throw it on first down. They've got the screen set up. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Running back searching for a hole. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll try the run. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to throw on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. There picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Trojans! And the punishment has been extended. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 12 to Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going for it all. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Catch in the middle. It's Otis. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unleashes one. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking them. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course he's supposed to do that. And a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to beat the D deep. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Cornerbacks have tough jobs. They got to be fast, obviously. They got to react to all the speed in front of them, all the shifts, all the motions, all the formations. But when you play zone, you got to make sure you get deep to shallow. I can't get beat deep first. The quarterback does a good job bailing, playing that cover 3 technique, then breaking on the football, then going and making a big play.
At the 20, he's got space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, USC 31, South Carolina 6.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They knocked through the extra point, but they still trail 31-13. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's looking for a man on second down. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge on the right. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 25. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
They're bringing heat. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10.
Get set.
He's going to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on second down. He's going up top here late in the game. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back goes in motion. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Feeling some heat. Finds a man by himself. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He leaves it with his back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. give to the single back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
3-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters.